the pets have souls?
Oh, yes.
And as opposed to what? Are there animals that don't? Are there insects? How far, what point?
I don't know. I've communicated with cats and dogs and horses and once even a snake.
A snake? Okay.
A snake.
All right. Wow. I wouldn't have guessed that.
It was the most amazing thing that ever happened. I was in a large demonstration with about 600 people, and a snake came through in spirit. And I said to the audience, I really don't want to say this, but I have a snake. I said, is there anyone here that has just lost a pet snake? And a woman raised her hand. Well, then the message that was coming to me from the snake, which obviously wasn't in words. You see, animals prove to me that spirits communicate in thought forms, because I knew what that snake had to say. So I said, well, it's hard for me to say this to you because I'm feeling like a crazy person at the moment. But what this snake is telling us is that you just bought a pet bird. And the woman had. And the snake is also telling us that it used to be claustrophobic and hated the light. And no, you would have to put like things around the snake to protect it from the light. And that, all of it was true. Everything that was coming through from the snake was, well, this really made me think. But it was the hardest message I ever delivered.
Yeah.
It was all verified.
Wow.
Mostly I've had experiences with cats and dogs.
And they come through often?
Yes.
And are you able to, well, same thing. I know you said you saw your dog originally, again, in your mind's eye type of thing. And is this what you, generally, the way you experience other people's pets?
When I saw my pet, I saw it outside of my mind. I had what we call an objective vision of spirit. But when I see other people's pets, I see it in my mind. And the thing that's interesting about pets is that, let's say a golden retriever comes through in a reading. Well, it might go back 3 generations. It might not have been the golden retriever of my client or even her parents or grandparents. So sometimes the pets are recognized, oh yes, I know exactly, what dog that was, and sometimes they're not. It just depends on where they are in the family lineage.
And so we talked about, why would a person want to come through? A person in spirit want to come through. So why would a pet in spirit want to come through?
I haven't had that many pets come through with messages, but I often see them in what I call the family group. I may sense that there's a grandmother coming through, and I feel that her husband's with her, and I may know that there was a child in the family that passed around 7, and that there's a golden retriever. When I'm communicating with a spirit, I often get a sense of what people and what pets are around them, in spiritual form, of course. They're not people and pets anymore. They're spirits of people and spirits of pets.